Today, you saw the latest unemployment figures showing our economy created nearly 300,000 jobs in the third quarter of the year. There's also been a huge change in sentiment in the business community after the formation of the National Coalition, although it's not clear if many government policies have really changed since the election. Almost all of the parties in the coalition say their top priority is to create jobs, particularly for young people. John Steenhuisen is the Minister of Agriculture and leader of the Democratic Alliance. Minister, good morning to you, and thank you for agreeing to talk to us this morning. You must have been pleased with yesterday's figures. Do you believe the agriculture sector can play a major role in creating more jobs?
Well, thank you, Stephen, and great to be with you and the viewers this morning. Yes, I think the green shoots are starting to show, but we're nowhere near where we should be yet. So I think it's a good start, but much more needs to be done. And certainly, as I've said from the beginning of my tenure as the Minister of Agriculture, I fundamentally believe that agriculture can be an engine room of job creation in South Africa. Expanding the demand for South African agricultural products continentally, but also abroad, I think is a huge opportunity for us to stimulate the agri-sector here in South Africa. And I think with the right blend of patient capital, proper investment in mechanization and precision farming, I think we will be able to massively improve yields and massively improve employment in the sector.
A lot's going to change in the area of global trade. We all saw the election last week in the United States. We've seen also a change in the government in Botswana. That might well lift that country's ban on some of our vegetables, for example. Do you think the trading environment for our agricultural products is about to become very complicated?
Well, I would start off by saying that our products are in high demand around the world. South African agricultural products are at the top tier of in terms of quality and product, and I think that the demand is certainly going to be there for those products, irrespective. I do think we're going to have to look very carefully at AGOA. I've already got my department around the table looking at how we can sweeten the deal in terms of making sure that America sees that we are interested and in trade with them, and that we're willing to make concessions to allow access from their products to our market as well. And I think that will help us navigate the next round of negotiations when it comes to the agricultural sector. I think that there's a huge opportunity for us to look at current bilateral trade agreements around the world and look at how we can deepen and widen our access in terms of those markets, as well as seeking out new markets. I'm confident that the product will lead in these negotiations. People want South African products. They're synonymous with good quality and good price. And I think that that's what will keep us moving forward. We have some of the best farmers and farm workers in the world, and what they produce is in demand.
Ebrahim Rasool is our new ambassador. I say our new ambassador. He's been ambassador before to the United States, former premier in the Western Cape. He is from the ANC. One or two difficulties during his career, but a man also of immense experience. Is he a good person to be our ambassador to the United States right now?
Well, I think that obviously he is experienced and has an ability to be able to navigate very quickly the complex environment that is the United States. There's a very big balancing act there. You've got to manage the White House and the dynamics that will be around there with the incoming new administration. But you've also got to manage Congress, which is responsible for a large part of the AGOA processes, and being in constant contact there with legislators, but also their staff, is going to be critical. When I visited the United States last year to try and speak up AGOA and to make sure that South Africa was kept in AGOA, there was some unhappiness among staffers and politicians on the Hill that South Africa had virtually retreated from the environment. I think having somebody there who's energetic and is able to make the rounds, making sure that South Africa's case is put forward, is going to be massively helpful. I don't think we've done a very good job in Washington over the last couple of years, and I think that a new ambassador there is going to hopefully inject some vigor into South Africa's case in the United States. If we don't, we're going to be left behind. When I was on the Hill, Kenya was busy, Zambia were busy. They've got lobbyists, they've got a lot of activity, they're reaching out